I'm Cape Joel, and you're about to enter a Cape News Roundup. Starting things off, we have Netflix news. Could The Punisher be getting his very own Netflix series? Well, signs certainly seem to be pointing to yes, as pretty much every entertainment website has picked up on this one this week. Obviously, The Punisher is a super beloved character with a ton of great stories to pull from, and Daredevil Season 2, of which The Punisher will be appearing in, hasn't even aired yet, and already Jon Bernthal is getting a bunch of love for this. I really don't see why they wouldn't do a Punisher show. I mean, all the ingredients are there. Clearly, Netflix is a platform where you can be as violent and as sexy as you want to be, and I can think of few characters as violent and maybe as sexy, but you know, that's not for me to say. Yeah, I mean, I would not be surprised if somewhere at the Marvel Netflix offices they are already working on whatever phase 2 of the Netflix shows are going to be, because, I mean, and it could be a little early to call, but I have to say, after Daredevil and after Jessica Jones, I think we can call this Marvel Netflix experiment a success, so I'm sure there's a whole nother layer of heroes that they want to do. Maybe for phase 2 they get even darker and even crazier and even weirder and really experiment with the sort of stuff they can do. I can't wait for it. I'm really excited at the prospects of seeing the Punisher both in Daredevil Season 2 coming soon and then maybe in his own show down the line. And moving on from there, you know what, Jon Bernthal is going to be really, really busy in the next little bit, because it's just been announced that he will be the voice of Trigon, the villain for the new upcoming DC animated direct-to-DVD movie, Justice League versus Teen Titans. Or is it Teen Titans versus Justice League? I don't know. All I know is that we've gotten our first piece of promo art for it, we know what the team is going to look like, and we've got our voice cast for it. Jason O'Mara will be returning as the voice of Batman. Stuart Allen will be returning as the voice of Damian. Apparently Damian featuring quite heavily into this story. The little production notes that I've read have said when he botches a Justice League mission, they dump him off to the Titans. So I think that's funny that our first on-screen animated movie-connected DC version of the Teen Titans is going to feature Damian as a Titan. I think that's kind of hilarious. The story also further goes on to say that when Trigon, again as I mentioned, voiced by Jon Bernthal, takes over the main Justice League, it's going to be up to the Titans to stop them. It's a very eclectic mix there. Obviously, of course, Nightwing is on the team, Nightwing who we've seen in the other DC animated movies like Batman vs. Robin and the ones that they did before that. They all kind of blur together at a point for me, honestly. Bad Blood, which came out just recently or will be coming out. Starfire here, who will be voiced by Kari Waldron. I think she's a famous, well-known voice actress. I'm excited about that. Blue Beetle is on the team, so it's nice to see Blue getting some love out there. Cyborg, obviously, who we've seen in Throne of Atlantis and Justice League War. And Rosario Dawson will also be back reprising her role as Wonder Woman. I know I've mentioned before, one of the problems with having an interconnected, shared DC animated movie universe is that because animation takes a long time, it's hard to keep consistency with your voice actors, because, you know, they're working actors, they gotta eat, they gotta take other gigs, and sometimes you just can't get them in the studio to do what they need to do. Speaking of the Justice League, and man, I am tight on my segue game this week. It's Tuesday as I record this video, and tonight we are going to be getting a special program, special little behind-the-scenes doc thingy called The Dawn of the Justice League, and it's going to be, you know, talking about the movies, talking about Batman v Superman, and really talking the long and winding road to an eventual Justice League movie. And to go along with this special, we've gotten some very nice promo art, and that promo art is of the new movie Justice League all standing together. Now, obviously, we had seen Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman before. We'd seen a little bit of Aquaman as well, but what's really interesting about this is that we get our first looks now at The Flash, and what he's going to look like for the movies. The Flash, who probably has the hardest, most uphill battle, if you ask me, about getting accepted in movies right now, because there's a great TV show right on now, and people are pretty used to seeing him on television. The costume? Obviously, it's not a great look at it. You know, they kind of got that whole movie filter over it. There's a lot of dust going on. They photographed this in a dust bowl, apparently. But I can say, looking at it, I know who it is. And that's always, you know, Cape Joel, rule number one when I look at a costume for a movie. Do I know who it is at first glance without needing to be told? I know what hit me right away And I know people were always making fun of the Willem Dafoe Green Goblin costume, saying, oh man, he looks like a Power Ranger. This guy looks even more like a Power Ranger, but I don't mean that in a bad way. And in fact, we're going to be getting a Power Rangers movie soon enough anyway. Maybe they should take some notes from this. Cyborg, I'm not gonna lie, not a fan of Cyborg. He just kind of looks like a regular dude with metal over him. He looks like the Gel Man Terminator in between transformations, which again, maybe an early concept piece. Maybe that's subject to change. I kind of like my Cyborg to look like a cyborg, to have actual robot parts on him, but that's just me. And finally, rounding up the Cape News Roundup, we have a little piece of comic news there. Harley Quinn, everyone's favorite killer clown girl psychiatrist, is going to be getting a brand new series. Well, I say she's getting a brand new series, but the book is called Harley and Her Gang of Harleys, and it's actually going to be focusing on the members of her gang. For those of you who have been reading the Jimmy Palmiotti, Amanda Connor book currently, you'll know that Harley has become a gang boss, that she's hired a bunch of different Harleys to come join her. There's Harlem Harvey, there's Harvey Quinn, Harley Queens. They all have very cute names. We had kind of glimpsed their origins a little bit in their premiere issues, but this 6-part miniseries, it is a miniseries, I want to stress, written by Palmiotti and newcomer Frank Terry. Well, I say newcomer, he's been in the comic industry for a long time. He's a newcomer to this book, is what I mean. He's going to be writing the book with him, and it's going to be a 6-part miniseries to further flesh out these different characters. Harley Quinn has been really hot for DC currently. All her books have been selling huge, and she has a lot of them right now. She has her main book. There's Harley's Black Book, which is kind of Harley Quinn team-up. There was her Harley Quinn and Power Girl miniseries that they had before that just ended, and from that, we have another one now. So that's cool if you're a Harley fan. Definitely a good time for it. That'll just about do it for the Cape News Roundup. I hope you enjoyed it. Down in the comments section below, please by all means share your thoughts of the news of today, and if there's any particular story you would like to see me cover on a future Cape News Roundup, I would be happy to talk about it. So until next time, everybody, Cape Joel out.
Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching my newest video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll feel like checking out some more videos I have on offer here at Cape Joel.